What's going on YouTube on a Ford Explorer with the 4.0 engine? Single overhead cam. Ford 4.0 con a single, con un solo árbol de leva por cabeza. Vamos a quitar el motor. We're gonna remove the engine. First thing we're gonna do, remove the battery. Primera cosa, quitar la batería. Quitamos la batería. Quitamos el fan clutch. We're gonna remove the fan clutch, air cleaner, all the top accessories. We're gonna remove it. Start by the battery. Alright, the battery is off. We're gonna take this cover off so we can remove the fan clutch. Okay, to remove the fan clutch, para remover el fan clutch, we're going to do tool. Vamos a ocupar esta herramienta. This is all you need. We're gonna remove that air cleaner hose right there. Winner star or hex little bolt on a 7 millimeters right there on top. So let me just wait for a tool. We'll get them off right now. And then also let's remove the fan clutch already. Okay, to remove the fan clutch, the tools we need. You also need air on an impact gun or impact hammer. Special one we're gonna need is a size 30. It's a 36 millimeter. Yeah. Okay, it's already loose. So this one, the direction you have to go, you're gonna have to go left, which is counterclockwise. So counterclockwise. So it's gonna be on the left. Afloja hacia la izquierda. So there's already spinning. You can see it's getting loose. It's gonna fall for now. There you go. It's already off. So let's go ahead and remove the radiator. And cover is off. We can remove the fan clutch. guys see this type of clamp, every time you guys this clamp loose, always replace for the other one, the self-tapping one, the one with the screw. So always remove these hose clamps or any type of clamp this looks like this, because it loses the pressure. Then never reuse. To remove that screw on the throttle body cover is a little star, which is a Torque T25. Get that one off. We'll remove the cover. Now we can remove the air cleaner, the hose. Alright, now to remove the intake, we're gonna have to unplug power booster vacuum hose. The vacuum hose is right here behind the intake. And then for the bolts, they're special, the little star again. It's gonna be the T27. So if you guys can, you have to invest in one of these sets. Try to get one of these kits. They're gonna come handy.
¿Tan duro? Yeah. ¿Qué otra tensión más larga?
Tiene otra, sí, si no que agarrar una de estas aquí. Alright, the hoses from the heater, they're off. Two goes there. The only one goes in here. Where did I put them? I'll put them over there. I'll show you later. So now I'm removing the spark plug wires. They're off from there, from here. The coil with 4 bolts, 7 millimeters. I'm gonna remove the other cables from there. And then we should good to go. So we can remove the full coil assembly. Okay, coils and cables all off. We put them on the side. These are the full heater hoses with the valve. This is how it looks. So now we go ahead and remove the intake. Okay, new update. I removed the damn hood. I put them over on the Mach 1, the Mustang Mach 1, or Mach 1, whatever you want to call it. Because I like to see clear, I like to have my space, class. That's the crate I use when I'm ready to remove the engine. Alright, an update. To remove this one, which is the EGR tube, it goes back to the exhaust and on top of the EGR. You're gonna need this bad boy, 1 to 1/16. And then in order to get down here, the top one, you're gonna have to remove the throttle body. Throttle body is held by 4 8mm bolts. So 8mm socket, remove those 4 bolts, and now we have space so we can work on it. Before you remove anything rusty You can add WD-40 on it or any rust remover or anything like this. So this is what I use. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But yeah, main point, I'm gonna get that one off so I can get them loose, get the last bolt from the intake and remove the intake. Okay, intake is out. I'm not gonna lie, if you see the intake forward facing the front, this last bolt all the way in the back, which is this one right here, it took me over 20 minutes to get it out. The only way, you're gonna put your hand through here around this sensor right here, around it, and while touching it with one finger, you're gonna put the extension on the top. This is how it looks, the extension I use. So I went here and it barely, so that's the only way. And remember, they're so tight, so make sure you're getting loose and don't strip, don't break your little MT27 T27 is a star looking like Torx. So yeah, intake is out. Let me remove some more stuff and I'll be right back. Intake is out. From brackets, power steering pump, AC pump is out. Injectors are off. Only to the left is going down. Get the exhaust manifold from the bottom. Torque converter bolts and nuts off. And the transmission bolts off, so we can unmount the engine, and the engine is out. Oh, also the engine mount. The carpet was almost done. The next step is to remove the engine mounts. One left, one right. I used to remove the starter. All you need to remove the starter is a 13mm socket and a 10mm, 2 bolts, 13mm nut and 10mm nut. So remove it. Next one is gonna remove the exhaust with a 15mm exhaust, and then torque converter bolts or nuts, and then the engine mounts, and we should be ready to go. Let me try to find out what the size on the, so we can remove the nuts, lugs on the torque converter on the flywheel. Okay, I'm already removing the exhaust. As you can see right there. To get it out, you're gonna need a 15mm socket. That one is gonna be straight right out, but the other one on top, you're gonna need a swivel and a long extension. This one right here, that one. So let me go ahead and get it, and I'll be right back. This is the extension I've been using, like a medium long socket. And then same for the other side, for this side right there. Sorry for the glares because it's on. But that one right there and the other one on top. So you're gonna need a long socket and a 15mm. So let me go ahead and remove it. I'll be right back. Alright, an update on the exhaust. You're always gonna find a simple thing that becomes so hard. So I have a little torch over there on top. You guys can see it right there. I'm heating up the bolt of the exhaust because that one is super stuck. Not even with the huge impact it can be removed. And this one has a lot of power. This is like 3/4, this is huge. I can't even take rims with this one. So it's getting hot, it's getting red. So once it's red, I'm gonna remove the torch and then I'm gonna remove it. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. You guys can see it right there. Okay, now that it's glowing red, let's see how red it is. We're gonna remove the torch. This is what I use. So let me go ahead and grab the impact and try to remove it. Okay, an update on this muffler side. So our little bad boy refuses to leave his stupid ball to start right there. So next step, I have a torch. I'm gonna melt it. So for now, let's just go ahead and remove the flywheel and the torque converter. So to remove it, there are two options. You're gonna spin it from the crankshaft in front. If not, use it. Let me see what size that one is. It should be, if I'm not mistaken, like 14 millimeters, which is this one right here. Let's try it out. Yeah, the ones for flywheel on the torque converter. The ones for flywheel torque converter is gonna be 14 millimeters. So let me go ahead and remove it. For those, you're gonna need a ratchet or impact. If you use impact, it's gonna be easier and faster. Let me go ahead and remove it. So there is one out. This is what I use: an impact, like 3/8 impact ratchet or little gun, 14 millimeter, a swivel extension, and a medium size socket. That's the nut right there. This is how it looks. So now let me spin the thing a little bit more so we can get to the other one. Some cars have 3, some of them has 4. It all depends. So there you go. So the same way you're gonna do it, same way we did that one, we're gonna do it to all the other ones. I believe this one is 4 of them. Let me go ahead and remove it. Okay, they're all out. There were only 4 holding the flywheel into torque converter. So it's only 14 millimeters. So they're out. Now, next step, to remove all the bolts for the transmission. I believe they're gonna be 13 millimeters. Let me try it out. Yeah, they're 13 millimeters. So let's go ahead and remove them. And then once they're done, next step is the motor mounts. And then we're gonna have to melt that exhaust bolt. I'll be right back. Let me remove the transmission bolts. Okay, all the transmission bolts are removed. You're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are like about 6 of them. And then to remove the top 2 ones all the way on the top, which are all the way over there at the end of the transmission, all the way over there. You see a little hole? So one here, one over there. You're gonna need a long extension like this big. See how big it is? Super long, almost the length of the transmission. With your 13 millimeter swivel, you're gonna have to need one of these ones. If you don't have one, you're gonna sweat it. So make sure you get one of these swivel one, so you can make your life easier. So yeah, all the bolts are done. Next step, motor mounts. Melt that bolt. I have the huge torch in here, and engine should be out. Let me go ahead and melt that bolt and then the engine mounts. Okay, now to remove the engine mounts or motor mounts, you're gonna remove this long bolt right here with that 15 millimeter socket. It's already loose, so we're gonna remove it. This one is out. And then for the other side, you're not gonna remove anyone sideways. You're gonna remove this one right here. You see a huge nut right there? This one, you have to remove that one with that 18 millimeter socket. You will need an 18 millimeter, so that's how you remove it. This is already out. So that's how it looks. So this engine is ready to come out. The only thing, before you pull out the engine, we're gonna need a jack floor. We're gonna lift the transmission with a 2x4 so we can hold it on the air, we can lift it. Before anything, I'm gonna have to melt that stupid 15mm nut for a bolt for the exhaust of the tank right there, the cover right there. So let me go ahead and get it done. Let me melt that one down, and then last video should be me getting that engine out. Alright, already melted the bolt. That's how it looks. It's completely off. So now engine is ready to go out. It needs a jack so I can lift the transmission, hold it. I put a chain on the engine and ready to go out. Okay, now we have jack. We have the jack spiral. We have a 2x4. You're barely gonna tap the transmission on this one, so don't lift it that much. Just tap it. So when we remove the engine, it won't fall. That's all we need. So let's go ahead and install the chain on the. Let's go ahead and install the chain on the engine. We're gonna use that crane, and engine is coming out. All right, here we go. Time to get that engine out. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. We have the other camera over there. What's that camera? Just lift it a little bit so it can clear the engine mount. Good here. Good here. So now we're just gonna wiggle it. It should come out. There you go. Good. Now all we need now is get the little harness from the back. It's 2 bolts. I believe it's gonna be 12mm, so 10. Let me go ahead and make sure, and then I'll get it out. But see, the engine is already out. Let me pause it. Okay, harness is already out. Should be up, 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 up. I'm ready to go. So always make sure when you're removing anything, make sure it's nothing attached. Like this one is nothing attached. See this plug getting stuck there. Try to get it out of the way. Get it out. There you have it. That's how I removed the 4.0 engine, 4 engine from a 4 Explorer. Now we just lift it a little bit more so we can clear the fender. Once it clears up, we'll get the shut up. So there you go. That's how you remove the 4.0. Now we have the transmission there. We're gonna clean it up, put the bar in there so we can let it hang it. We can remove the jack on the jack spiral on the 2x4. But yeah, it's already up. Now next step, I'm gonna disassemble it. We're going to clean the part, inspect everything, and rebuild it. And then it's gonna go back in. So stay tuned for the saga. This shed is gonna be better in the Twilight or Game of Thrones. No, never mind. Game of Thrones is badass. If you like any of those shows, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Okay, now that engine is out, we put a 2x4 there, some bolts there, just to hold transmission in place, and the jack spiral is out. There you go.